مشاهدينا في كل مكان، أهلا بكم. احنا معاكم اليوم في ضيافة القائم بأعمال سفارة جمهورية اوغندا لدى جمهورية مصر العربية سعادة السفير تشارلز أنجنا. عن حلقة اليوم هنتحدث عن محطات الدبلوماسية الخاصة بسعادة السفير، وأيضا عن الشعب الأوغندي وعاداته وتقاليده وطبيعته الجغرافية. فلو عايزين تعرفوا أكتر تابعونا وهذا اللقاء. مشاهدينا في كل مكان، بيسعدنا ان يكون في ضيافتنا اليوم القائم باعمال جمهوريه اوغندا لدى جمهوريه مصر العربيه، وهو سعاده السفير تشارلز أنجنا. Your Excellency, please allow me to thank you so much for being with us today.
I'm profoundly honored to be in this national television, to have an opportunity to engage with you, our beloved brothers and sisters from Egypt and beyond.
Your Excellency, at the beginning, we would like to know more about your diplomatic stations before coming to Egypt. So, can you talk with us about it?
Fortunately, this is my first deployment, my first assignment in diplomacy. I've been working before coming here in the Office of His Excellency the President of Uganda, Yoweri Museveni, on a program that was trying to elevate and remove people from poverty, which was termed as Operation Wealth Creation. And at the time when we started that operation, the poverty level of people who are outside money economy was 68%. By the time I was assigned to come into diplomacy, the percentage had dropped to 39%.
Wow,
yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Can we know headlines about how did you make it? What kind of programs did you take to make this percentage decrease like this?
So the program really aimed at mindset change, making our people appreciate that you can get out of poverty and you need to do the correct things in order to get out of poverty. The second aspect was getting them the right inputs, because Uganda is a 75% agriculture-based economy. So you have to give them the right inputs and also help them to understand that when you produce anything, you must be able to handle it very well during the harvesting period. So post-harvest handling, and then getting them the right market, and then ensuring that you add some value, that's a value added to whatever they produce in order to give it a better results in the market price.
It's like you're teaching them economical studies, something like this, to rearrange their life.
Yeah, we did rearrange their life by giving them a change in their mindset, to giving them the right inputs so that they don't plant things that will not give them better yield, and also changing their concept of growing what does not have much value, and understanding the geographical area where they are, so that you produce what fits very well in that particular geographical area.
Does the country also help them to trade their products?
Yes, the government helps them to trade their products to a better market. That's why there's importance of quality, that's post-harvest handling, and also aggregation of their products so that we are able to have sufficient for a particular market. And that one, we did it, and today, from the 4 million bags of coffee, we are already at 20 million bags of coffee per year. And we are going to get more, because some of the seedlings that we had given to them are now maturing. So we are going to go beyond 20 million bags.
As we know that now Uganda already is number 2 in production of coffee beans.
That's true.
That's right. You reached number 2
yes.
in all Africa.
Yes, yeah. And we are also increased the production of tea, which I believe our people here in Egypt are getting tea from Sri Lanka, from the auction market in Mombasa, but you can get it directly from our farmers.
And we also hear that Uganda is #2 in production of tea after Kenya. That's right?
That's very, very true.
The quality of the tea is different, right?
Very, very different. It depends on the environment, the location, and also the handling. And there are those ones who specialize in adding some value on their tea. For instance, you may have tea with the mint, you may have tea with ginger, and you may have tea with the cinnamon, and all this we have in Uganda. So it's a matter of getting the people who are specialized in adding
Make the
this
right mix.
The right mix, blend it properly, and get to know the taste of the consumers. Like Egyptians, they may want black, dark tea, they may want tea not very dark. So you have to have this particular choice got correctly.
So the country is also studying the countries they are trading with, what they like, how they like it, in order to get the right product to the right place, in order to make more income than what they already have or already have it.
Yes, for instance, Egypt is strategically placed. If Egypt is able to be off-taker from Uganda, Egypt can be able to cover the entire North Africa, can cover the Middle East and the Gulf states, and therefore Egypt benefits, Uganda benefits, and the Gulf states also benefit by having the right products of high quality reaching them in good time.
Talking straight about the production of tea and coffee bean, it takes me to an important question. It's about the geographic nature of Uganda. Can you please tell us more about it and its place on the map? And what distinguishes this place exactly?
Uganda is located in the eastern part of Africa, and the first Europeans to come to Africa, they called it the Pearl of Africa because of the beauty and the nature of how Uganda is.
It's like a pearl already.
Yeah. It is a paradise in its own way. It has 99% of greenage. We have water bodies, rivers, streams. It's really very beautiful. And it's good to talk about this water. The River Nile, which is the lifeline of Egypt, the source is Uganda. And for that reason, every Egyptian must endeavor to come and see the source of where this water comes. And it is our wish as Ugandans that instead of having excess water that disturbs, destroys, floods, even now as I speak, part of Uganda is flooding because too much water. And yet, in this end, you have to survive on 60% of River Nile. Then the other 40%, you have to disseminate the salt water into fresh water. And yet, it's about how much of this water which is wasted on the other side of Uganda can be channeled, and it will be much cheaper if we do a one-time waterway. We do engineering with the advancement of Egyptian engineers. Then we have enough water so that we don't have to turn salt water into fresh water.
We'll talk about this part because really this is one of the important cooperation between Egypt and Uganda. But Your Excellency, you have to allow me to talk about it in another episode because the time will not be enough. And we used to have the first time and the first meeting with Your Excellency or in any other embassy is about the country itself. So can we come back to Uganda? I would like to know more about the people, the customers, the traditions. Is there any special handcrafts? They are very popular with it?
Uganda has very detailed tradition. Our tradition ranges from kingdoms. We have the kingdom of Buganda, which is the central kingdom, with different culture and tradition of the Baganda. Then we have the kingdom of Western, which is Toro. Then we have another one in the Midwest, which is of Bunyoro. We have
a great diverse side.
Then there's the king of the Western Islands, the king of the Northerners, the Cholis, the king of the Teso, where I come from. So you really see that there's quite a lot that you can present And there's a lot that we can exchange with Egypt. I know historical and cradle of civilization of Egypt. I've gone to the Museum of Civilization. There's great to exchange and there's great to learn. And when you look at the angle of
a very big natural life,
yes,
that have lots of kind of animals and really it's very rich.
Yeah, we
and
have.
It's very good destination. Or it attracts a lot the tourists from everywhere.
Yes, given that it's 5 times in a week to Uganda, if you made it possible that we even make it 7 times a week, because Uganda Airlines can cover the other two days of the week, so that from Monday to Monday there's a flight, so that the tourists who come here, there are those ones who can tick the box that they would want to have a second journey to Uganda, then they come back to Egypt and fly back to their destination. It would be very beautiful and would even be able to have more tourists signing to this because of the double package. One time you come, you are able to use one stone to kill 2 birds.
That's, of course, this will be very great. Your Excellency, back to the question about the handcrafts that distinguish the Ouganda people. I can see on the table here in front of us there's a nice wooden statues that been done, and I think they are handmade crafts, right,
yes,
from the country?
Yes.
So this is one of the crafts that's well known over there, right?
Yes, we have more than this, and for our viewers, we shall be able to have a video clip just covering the handcraft so that you can see the varieties of handcraft.
That would be great. We would like, of course,
the
to
ones
people
which
to
are
see.
done by people from the north, the people from the east, the people from central and western part of the country, diverse, and you'll be very happy to have a view of this. And for the wild animals, we have all the big 5. You talk of the giraffe, the elephant, the buffaloes, the hippos, the lions, and the rare mountain gorillas, the chimpanzees. All this we have. So when you come, you will not miss any of the wild animals you want to talk about. We have them.
That's great. Your Excellency, what about the music and art in Ouganda? I know that music plays a big part in the life of the people in Ouganda. Is it right?
Yeah, that's true. We have music, both the ones which are very traditional with the traditional dancing, but we also have the modern ones which the young people like, the pop dance and all this.
Yeah.
All that music and the blending of the modern English music with the traditional and the middle class music, we all have this, and it blends very well with our young people, because we have about 70% of our population are young people whom we would put in the class of the youth between 35 and below.
Your Excellency, now I would like to know more about the role of women in Ouganda and what they achieved until now.
In Uganda, under President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, he took a deliberate effort to ensure that women get empowered. The current setup of Parliament of Uganda is that every district of Uganda, there's exclusive position for women, and that's the woman representative of the district is a woman. But women are also free to compete in this other position which are competed by men, and that makes us have more women in elective position. And to confirm the achievement of women in Uganda is that, as I speak, the Vice President is a woman. Then the Prime Minister of Uganda, Nabanja, she's a lady. The First Lady of Uganda, Honorable Janet Museveni, she's the Minister of Education. The Minister of Health is a lady. The Minister of Land is a lady. So there are quite a number of women in governance and the member of parliament. So that's the big achievement our government has done under President Museveni in empowering the women.
That's great to hear about.
Yeah.
And now, Your Excellency, would like to know something else about the life, a normal life of the people in Uganda, and we would like to know it through the cuisine, the Uganda's cuisine. You have already mentioned that we have diverse in the quality of life in Uganda, and the people also inhabit. And Uganda is one of the tourist destination. So you have lots of foreigners, people coming around. So how does Uganda's cuisine reflect all of this?
So Uganda is diverse in different kind of cuisine or kind of food we produce and we eat. The people from northern part of the country eat holy food, the food that is more of grains, millet, sorghum, blended with the cassava for starching. And then the people from part of eastern also eat that, and also eat bananas, sweet potatoes, and then Irish potatoes. And then when you come to central part of the country, you have people who eat mostly bananas, rice, chapati, spaghetti, pasta. And then when you go to western part of the country, they are also able to get a lot of bananas, sweet potatoes, Irish potatoes, millet. So there's quite a lot. Then we also have a lot of fish because of the water. Fresh water fish. Then we also have a lot of chicken, we have a lot of turkey, we have a lot of goats, we have a lot of sheep, we have a lot of ducks, we have a lot of beef. So when I'm in Egypt, I see that Egypt has some limitation on what we have.
Really?
Yeah, we have more than what Egypt has. And I believe if we had this relationship that we can ground it and deepen it, we can have this tradition, the advanced, nice way of how Egyptians make their food with what we have, which is more of organic. It would make us great in our exchange program in cuisine making.
Maybe yes, as soon as you and the Egyptian country or government, they can put the headlines of these trading lines.
It will be very good because given our geographical area, we have a lot of vegetables which grows, and we have 2 rain seasons. So we have 2 seasons of farming, 2 seasons of harvesting.
Thank you so much for this interview, and we're looking forward to have another one to talk about the relations and the history of relation between Egypt and Uganda. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, my interviewer, and I appreciate you, the viewers. We hope to have more opportunity to engage in the near future. Thank you.
مشاهدينا في كل مكان، وبكده انتهى لقائنا مع سعادة القائم بالأعمال لجمهورية أوغندا لدى جمهورية مصر العربية، سعادة السفير تشارلز أنجنا، وعلى وعد إن شاء الله بلقاء آخر لنستكمل حوارنا مع سعادة السفير فيما يتعلق بالعلاقات المصرية الأوغندية. فابقوا معنا وإلى اللقاء.